Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome in. It's a Thursday, and it's Big D.
No, it's not.
Energy.
Big D!
Big D!
Big D.
There it is.
Hey,
there
welcome,
it is.
Ants. This is your first inaugural voyage on Big D Energy.
No, we've done this before. Not a lot, but a few times.
Yeah, see how impactful it was there with Jesus? Yeah, exactly. I don't fucking remember, but welcome. This is going to be
My name is Anson Wells. I am joined by the baddest man in Detroit sports history, Mr. Darren McCarty.
What's up, Anson?
How are
Good
you,
to
my
see
friend?
you. Good to see you. Another Thursday. It's going to get better. The rains came through.
Football season.
Football
It is.
season
Football.
tonight.
It
How many
is.
hours? If we were sick, we'd be counted down. So we got, what time's the game? 7?
Oh,
8? 9 hours?
Yeah, we'll have to check Sticks
9
TiVo
hours.
because you know he's got it
Quick
ready.
math.
Of course, we got intern Simeon Don't Call Me Rice in the massage chair.
Who's Simeon?
Spenny handling the TD duties
What up,
today.
though?
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I am good, man. Ready for some Lions football. And, of course, Mr. KG.
Yes, sir.
How
My
are you,
partner
my
in
friend?
crime for tonight, man.
Yeah.
And going forward rest of the season, man. Looking forward to it.
Year 5, our 5th full season of the Lions post-game show. KG will be joining me tonight. And, of course, you guys, if you don't know already, keep it on Woodward Sports all damn day. After this, we got the Braylon Edwards show, followed up by the heavyweights. Then we go right into the or the pregame show for the Detroit Lions, followed by the watch party, and then the aforementioned postgame show. But, you know, you guys were talking about something yesterday, and I would be remiss because I wanted to be here while you were talking about it. I like weed. And you guys were talking about different ways to do it, and you didn't mention the Canadian honey oil, which was one of my favorite products you guys used to export. Smash it all over your paper or your blunt wrap, whatever. Why'd you guys stop exporting that, my friend?
I'm glad Anson listens.
Yes.
Like a lot of other people when we were not talking about different cannabis
I'm
items
talking about
that
putting
we
it on.
love.
You said a blunt wrap. You love the blunt wraps. I'm down with the White Owls.
So like I'd say like with that you like your smear. So you like, you know, what do you call it? Your smear. We use that, like you use the hash or you use the dab or the concentrate or whatever like that. So that's good. So you're a big infused fan or self to do it infused.
Shout out
right?
to Boom Shakalakas.
So that was just not high on the list.
High impact, low volume. I'm all about it. But another high impact thing I have to talk about because I just found it. I just discovered Shorzy, which then, of course, led to Letterkenny. And holy shit, Spenny, I'm surprised you don't know this thing frontwards and backwards because this show is absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure some of you guys in the chat are watching this, but if you haven't, you absolutely have to. And now you've got some background with these guys, D-Mac.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only like last year where everybody, and again this year, November 24th at LCA, we will be playing the Shorzy guys again. But last year we played them at the beginning of December on their tour. So Shorzy was out there, the gyms. I even got into a Tilly.
Shout
A
out.
scuffle.
With Jim
With
number
Jim
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
toughest one. Shout out Morasti. So you never know what shenanigans will come forth, but I'm glad you found the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs, bud, because there's nothing like it. And it's why us hockey people love the show? Because it's so true.
It's so real.
It's
it
so
seems
Canadian and so true, just like Letterkenny is. I grew up in a Canadian town like that, and we had a Wayne and we had a Derry and we had a we had a Dan, and it's all that. So I think it's relative, but shout out to Jared Kiso for his brilliance. And I'm glad you found. Did you watch all this?
I watched the.
Where are you at?
So that's the thing. Is Shorzy is a character from Letterkenny, but my buddy's been trying to get me for years. I couldn't get into it, so he tricked me. He's like, check out Shorzy. Didn't associate the
Oh, he
two.
wanted to get you to Letterkenny, but
Yes,
'cause
yes.
it's a spinoff.
So it's a spin-off. So I watched the first 3 episodes, or first 3 seasons of Shoresy. Now, they're short seasons. There's only 6 episodes per season, and there's 4 seasons of Shoresy, but the first 3 seasons are in part 1, which I finished like in a night.
Right.
I binged the hell out of that. So once that part 1 was over, and it was actually Spenny, who I was so excited about it, he's like, oh, yeah, Shoresy is from Letterkenny. I was like, oh, shit. So I went home. I just finished season 4 last night, but it is so damn good. I can't get over it. We got some shout outs in the chat to the Sioux Hunt, which is another team in that Shoresy series. But if you have not watched, the chat's going crazy. A lot of you guys have obviously watched it. It is so good. And D-Mac told me yesterday or the day before that he does something with these guys. So I am really looking forward to that. But something that everybody in Detroit is looking forward to is the return of our North Division champions, the Detroit Lions. I know you're excited, Spenny.
Yeah, I mean,
So excited.
As excited as you can be for the Hall of Fame game. Like if I wasn't here doing this tonight, I probably wouldn't be watching it. But it'll be good to see a couple guys out there that might have some impact on the season this year. But Hendon Hooker versus Trey Lance, matchup of the century. So
That was so coded. I love it.
Yeah, I was listening in on the Sean Belizean in the morning show, and you guys were
Shout
talking about, this isn't going to change anybody's opinion of the Lions or anything like
Some
that.
people it might.
And all of us, I mean, for the last couple of weeks, we've all been talking about who do you want to see the most. But my question is I don't want to say it like who do you want to see the least, but who's the guy like 5 guys down that you're excited to see? The guy that when this conversation came up, you didn't mention his name the 5 times that you've been asked over the last 3 weeks. For me, it's a guy that I wanted to see last year. It's a guy that I talked about before the draft, called it out in the 4th round. You were with me, KG. Mm-hmm. It's Sione Vaki.
Yes, sir.
I really thought this guy was going to be a 2-way player. Pretty much all we saw out of him last year was special teams play, which it seems like he's now the guy. He's replaced Jerm out there as the main captain of our special teams. I want to see him get some damn offense, though. I want to see him in the backfield. I want to see him carry the ball. I want to see him catch a couple passes out of the backfield. So where are you guys at? So give me somebody that we haven't really talked about. Hendon Hooker, we've heard. Hassanine, we've heard. Tesla, that's pretty much everybody's sexy answer. So who's somebody that hasn't been mentioned that you're looking for?
There's a few, but a guy like Manu comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like who's guys like some of the guys last year. I think Mahogany and some of these guys that we've heard, we were told, and stuff like this. And so I think for the first guy that jumped to my mind was Manu, to see if there's something more there. Coming from being great in Canada and having to last year to adjust and stuff like this, and from what you're hearing out of camp so far. So it's more of the secondary guys. You know who your starters are.
Yeah.
Even on defense, right? When you're healthy, you know who your starters are and who you want to put out there. It's availability is, the number 1 ability in the NFL. So who's going to be the backups? That's what I'm more interested in. And I think if you dial in, and I'm sure, Spenny, you're going to be watching the nuances. Yeah, we want to see the first team and do something special and flashy, then get out of there, don't get hurt. But are there some guys that can make that play?
Yeah.
Because all your top guys are going to make their plays. It's who that you don't expect can make that one play that, helps you throughout the year. And that's all that some of these guys have to do. So who are those guys?
The Canadian picks the Canadian. That is crazy.
Good pool.
What about you, Spenny? He mentioned Mahogany. I overheard you yesterday back in the offices talking about him basically throwing Hassanine out of bounds on a play.
Yeah,
Dirt
Tyleek
bag.
Williams, not Hassanine. So
Tyleek, that's right. You're right.
We'll see. I'd be surprised if Mahogany got some run in this one. But for me, the 2 guys, like outside of, like you said, the obvious ones are the 2 Bulldogs you drafted this year in Dan Jackson and Lovett. I want to see what they can go out there and do. I'd like to see, because they're fighting for roster spots. They're fighting for active roster spots legitimately on this team. So those are 2 guys I want to see what they look like out there.
Dominic Lovett, have you seen some of his interviews?
No, I haven't.
You got to catch some Dominic Lovett interviews. We've got some real characters that they drafted this year. I mean, every year it seems like these guys are able to bring in some real personalities. But Dominic Lovett, I've heard some people think that he's going to be left off the 53-man roster. I wouldn't be surprised, looking at Khalif Raymond's age, that he's not back with this team next year. Now, he's loved in the locker room. He's absolutely a leader. So I would love to have him back. But I think Dominic Lovett is a guy that you're going to see on special teams this year that I think you're going to see make this team. And I think you'll see him make some plays tonight as well.
Yeah, he had a touchdown on a kick return in the scrimmage they did at camp the other day. So we'll see what happens. But he's not taking the spot from Khalif now, but like you say, he fits that type of mold, the guy that would be a return guy, like the backup slot type of player. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to see what he looks like.
Simeon, where are you at? You got somebody for us?
I was going to say Lovett just because of the Mizzou days. He was at Mizzou.
Oh, he was at Mizzou.
Yeah.
Are you a Mizzou guy?
Yeah,
come on,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Is that where you're from?
You see the Tiger hoodie?
Hey, Spenny, thanks for watching the show.
I'll just to be different. I'll say Zach Cunningham, Avonte Maddox, and Rocky Scene just to see like guys who have been good at one point in their football careers, see what they have left to offer, because those could be some key pieces.
A little Detroit revival, if you will.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
KG.
Everybody took mine, but it's Lovett for sure, because he's been making some really good impressions in camp. And like Spenny said, the receiver spots are pretty much took up, but he absolutely can make the practice squad, and he is somebody that you might see on special teams returning kicks. So I'm really excited to see what he can do.
Cool. Well, we got some cool Tigers topics, but I gotta bring up video games here before we get to our next break, our first break of the show. The Madden ratings are out for your Detroit Lions and of everybody else in the NFL.
Those are way more important.
Right. So I got to say, like, the one that really stuck out for me, I believe Hassanine got at a 68. And that, for a 6th-round pick, normally, it's been a while, but I was a Madden head up until about maybe 10-plus years ago. A 6th-round pick, you were lucky if you got a 62 out of it.
True.
So a 68, that's kind of like a 3-4 round grade. That, to me, is exciting. I know everybody in Detroit's excited about this kid. I think, in fact, there might be a little too much focus on this kid because everybody in Detroit was so desperate and just absolutely chomping at the bit to get an edge rusher in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, we don't have one. What the hell? And it's day 3 by the time we finally get one, and it's late in day 3. So everybody is kind of putting a lot of expectations on this kid. He seems to be answering them, but Madden seems to like him.
Yeah, I mean, 68, I mean, that's pretty standard for, like, later round picks. I don't put a ton of stock into it, but from what we've heard about the kid, he does have a chance to make an impact on this roster because, with Josh Paschal being hurt, it does leave a spot open for him. And if he can, just go out there and provide good reps, I can see him getting some run during the season. Not a ton, but as a rotational piece on the other side of Hutch, with AQM and the boys over there and Davenport, I think he can make an impact. Well, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
You got to remember, this is as raw as it gets, right? Yeah. Spenny, like, this guy's raw.
Real
like,
raw, yeah.
But you like what you're hearing out of camp because the effort's there. He's a Dan Campbell effort guy, so they'll fit him in, and they're not going to rush him in.
Yeah,
that's not the way they do it. So maybe that's the guy you put some eyes on tonight just to see this. I forget who said it in the chat thread. It might have been Art Vandalay or whatever, but it's tonight, boys. It's tonight the Tom Kennedy Super Bowl.
Yes.
Is this the Tom Kennedy Super Bowl?
You goddamn right.
Hey, will somebody look on Caesars and see what a Tom Kennedy touchdown is tonight?
Oh, that shit is minus 100 or something like that.
Well, it should be, but I think you might get some good odds on it. Look at Jesus working those thumbs.
Yeah, he might have 2 today, man. He might have 2. I like
we
those
could look
odds.
at those odds, too.
Right.
Mr. McCarty, are you a video game guy?
My dad here.
D-Mac, are you a video game guy?
I used to be, and I have Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hey, shout out.
Working
Great
on.
game.
We were playing some poker last night as we were watching.
No Gilbert Arenas.
What were we watching?
Hey,
what's that?
Gil, man.
Gilbert Arenas.
no chill.
We're gonna have to get into that. We gotta.
Well, no, I mean, but that was poker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like Molly's game. That was like,
chill,
dude, I played some of those games.
Hell yeah.
There's some big games.
Oh,
yeah, high stakes, man.
There's some big games. I played a bunch of smaller ones around, but that get pretty good. But
I got
there's
something.
poker games all over. They must like it. Just I don't know. In today's day and age, like you're breaking up a private poker party. I mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be something more to it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You would think so.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right.
There's got to be something else.
You know it is.
But yes, I'm a video guy. I used to, the best part, right? Okay, to your point, right? You think, and I tell everybody, right? When you're a kid, you know, you want to make it professional sports or be a, celebrity or whatever, but, right? It's not because of the money, the girls, the fame. Well,
You
yeah,
wanna be in
it is,
a video?
Kenny. I can't lie.
It's a lot of that.
It's about all of
It's a lot
that. But
all of that.
hockey cards that and video game guys, and not the ones that you play and you have to create your character and make them so good. It's one that the ether, the people that they give you the number.
Oh, yeah.
And when you are a rookie, when you're whatever that, your stats are usually lower. But I'll tell you this, at least with the EA Sports and all the hockey ones, the more successful you are, and that out of anything answers the question is who do you get the most respect for having 4 Stanley Cups? And it's my video game ranking. Because you look at, like, as far as stats, if we're going to Sam Flannel, stats, the
Right,
stats
the
don't
stats.
prove you're an 83.
Right.
But all the intangibles do, and if his name's Tyler or Tommy or Timmy, whoever's putting in those numbers, props, because that's a flex too when you look at last year's and they have all grind team and you're on the all grind team for even now to go. Like that's why some of these kids that I meet, remember I retired in 09. So they're like 15, 16, like the 10, 12, but they know you because they played you in video games.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're familiar with you.
That's true.
And
Definitely
So
played with you
that
in a
is
video game, for
absolutely
sure.
like the benefit from it. Now, to answer your question, am I a gamer like maybe Spenny or anybody else? No, I like to watch.
Let
I like to watch good people.
watch.
I like good talented people. So I'll watch. Like you come in, and if I'm watching, I might be watching somebody playing like on Twitch or something like that. Who's really good.
Yeah.
Like I used to follow. Hey, Fortnite was big and whatever. Oh, I was a Ninja Head.
Yeah.
I watched him just destroy people, dude.
yeah.
That's funny.
But I'd never do it.
Mac, real quick, was that your highest rating in any EA game or hockey game? Was 83?
I think it was like it was.
What do you
like
think your highest rating was?
mid-80s.
Mid-80s?
Yeah, and then the toughness like was 97 or
toughness,
something.
100.
Like
Toughness.
that's all that matters. Hey, Kenny, listen, the skating brings me down all the time.
Right.
But
I feel
it's
you.
but that's for drapes and balls.
So I bet you can guess this. I have one video game cartridge signed by a hockey player. Can you guess what game that is?
Was it Sergei Fedorov?
No,
Is it Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky?
it is.
Shootout?
It is. Well, what is the greatest hockey game ever made?
NHL 98?
Sega 94.
Yes, sir.
Make
Yes,
Gretzky-
sir,
make
baby.
Gretzky- make
NHL
Gretzky bleed.
94.
That's
Yes,
when
sir.
Ozzy and I used to play endlessly in
Now,
Adirondack.
there's a guy on the Red Wings that year, and we used to call him the janitor. Now, he wasn't on that starting line, but I always played with the Red Wings, and he always started for me. He's a guy near and dear
Proby?
to you and I, and his name, we called him the janitor because he cleaned every fucking thing up in front of the goal.
Dino.
Dino
Ciccarelli.
damn Ciccarelli, man. So back in the day at the Glacier Club where
Yeah.
you and I met, I brought that. He was a member at the chorus. I brought that and had him sign. And he thought I was messing with him. It was 10 years later where I was like, man, I'll never forget when you signed that cartridge. He's like, oh, that was you? He's like, I thought you were messing with me. I was like, no, man. I was like, you the janitor, bro. Like, you were a stud in that game.
Yeah.
But 94 NHL, man. I know all you guys at home have been playing that one. But I think we're a little overdue here, Spenny.
Yeah, let me tell the people about BlackRock because the summer giveaways is underway with BlackRock. The third giveaway is this week. You still got time to enter until August 3rd. It is for a Traeger grill, so make sure you scan that QR code and enter now. And remember, every entry gets you in for a chance to win 4 tickets to the home football opener for the Detroit football team. So make sure, I almost said it.
Right.
Can't say that, almost said it. Make sure you guys check it out. It's Black Rock Bar and Grill.
Summer's heating up and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's hot summer sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month. or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The hot summer sale is on at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
It is the summer of fitness at Planet Fitness, and if you're a high schooler age 14 to 19, take advantage of the high school summer pass program where you can work out free all summer long. Teens can prioritize their mental and physical health while school activities like sport and gym class are in recess. So since launching this program, Planet Fitness has invested more than $300 million in waived membership dues to promote your health and wellness. This is an amazing program. There are locations all around the state of Michigan. So head on over to planetfitness.com or your nearest location. Welcome back to Big D Energy on a little overcast Thursday.
It's going to get nicer. And then it's going to get really nice. It's supposed to be one of the nicest weekends. It's around 80.
Yeah, looks like it.
I'll take a day like this. 71 and rain. I'll take that over what the fuck we had.
Yeah, if you're looking for something to do, the Jack Frost Auto Museum has their annual car show on Saturday. But we were talking about autographs on an NHL 94 Sega video cartridge. That was Dino Ciccarelli, but you know what this one is right here? Let me move that so it's not glaring too hard on you guys. Now it's going to glare, but listen, this is the 1997-98 team photo, and the legend himself right here, Darren McCarty, autographed for that for you guys. He also inscribed it with all the years that he wears a ring for. Super Chat. Get your Super Chats in. I'm going to do that prize wheel. You guys know what I do when I'm in here.
I got a lot of, where was it here? Rad Dad Scott, Darren McCarty improved from an 80 to an 82 at NHL 25.
There we go.
Hey, okay.
I got a lot of Blades of Steel. Love Blades of
man.
Steel.
Yeah.
Ching.
Really, the last game you could
How about
fight
this
in.
one? Spenny, NHL Hits.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
How about the
like
original
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo ice hockey, where you get the fat guy, the skinny guy, or the medium guy?
Yeah, dude, that was good. You had the fast guy, you had the checking
Yep.
guy. Those are always fun.
That's
Those
hilarious.
throwbacks.
No doubt.
Are those ones on like the?
You can get them on Switch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
They
Yeah.
got emulators too that you can probably
Yeah, you
download.
can-
With
Yeah.
like 3,000 games on them?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Steve-O,
yeah.
do you
I
guys
got an
remember
emulator on my
Olympic
PC.
hockey?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
remember that.
I'm no spring chicken anymore, unfortunately. I was a big gamer back in the day, man, but then had to give it up.
Yeah, just no. You can play video games at any age. It's just that you can't log in when you're older under your own. You have to use your kids or your grandkids because you can't be swearing at like 8, 9, 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Be an
can't.
adult, right? You
They
gotta
be
a
swearing
kid.
at you.
I
You
can't
play these
tell you-
little 8, 9-year-olds.
I
today?
can't tell you the last time I played a video game.
Good stuff, man.
It's yeah.
Damn, I thought you were streaming.
No, I haven't streamed in a while. I haven't read any of my manga or comics or anything.
my
I don't
God,
do, I
you
don't
are
do,
for real.
I haven't gone to the movies at all. I don't do anything anymore, dude.
Damn.
You just work it out and get jacked. Back and neck. Let's
That is
go.
my only fucking pastime.
Dude, it's
is
because
going to
you're
the
in,
gym.
Damn.
dude,
Growing
you're
up, man.
osmosisly living through your blood brother, Graham Glasgow, trying to get him ready, so
Yeah.
you're preparing to give him all the vibe. Dude, I know what it's at, so you're just cutting out all the ancillaries.
Yeah.
All that stuff, though, Spenny, isn't that for the cold weather, indoor months?
That is true.
It's not like you're not busy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know why. You've been enjoying, you've been swinging, the golf game's gotten better.
I've golfed in a month.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been that far. Don't worry, I'll get it in for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salad smashing Spenny is a real thing. Shout out, man. Watching your progress has been absolutely awesome.
Appreciate it.
No
Appreciate
doubt.
it.
The dedication is real. Listen, guys, let's switch it over to Tigers. Today is the trade deadline in the MLB.
Making more moves.
We just saw the Padres move Leo Dallas DeVries. Simeon filled us in on that, the number 3 overall prospect in the game. But Fangraphs came out with their updated top 100 prospect list. And, well, there's only 9 future value players with 60. That's pretty impressive for a prospect. And of those top 9, there are 2 Detroit Tigers on that list. Josue Briseño at number 9. Or no, excuse me, that's Max Clark at number 9.
Yeah.
Briseño's a little further down the list. But number 1, a guy that we've been talking about, I'd say ad nauseum, but it's ad excitement at this point.
McGonigal?
And that is a Mr. McGonigal. Not to be confused with Miss McGonigal. Tell us about him, Spenny.
Yeah, I mean, he's a monster. He hits everything. It's what Scott Harris likes. Is he likes guys that keep the strike zone as theirs, that own the strike zone, that don't swing at bad pitches, and that hit line drives. And you look at everybody that he has acquired, or everybody in the Tiger system that everybody's talking about, whether it be McGonigal, Max Clark, Briseño, Lorenzo, Rayner, whoever it is, all these guys just hit insane line drives with triple-digit exit velo. And it's good to see McGonigal get that respect, because you've heard multiple GMs and scouts say he's the best pure hitting prospect in all of MLB.
D-Mac, you just mentioned you've been here for 30 years. As long as you've been following the Tigers, they've never had a great farm system. And at this point, they have the best farm system in baseball. And, you know, there's a lot of people around Detroit upset, I'm included, saying that we're going out for the Amazon bundle bin players instead of actually going out and getting a Eugenio Suarez, who we just saw move last night. You know, the Dobnik and Paddock trade seemed very forgettable early on. Obviously, Paddock had a great outing last night, his first one as a Detroit Tiger. But I'm starting to see some parallels between all 4 teams in Detroit right now. And, you know, the Lions leading the way right now with a whole shitload of great young talent. I mean, there's 5, 6 future Hall of Famers on this team in my eyes right now. And everybody wanted us to package, you know, future picks for Myles Garrett. Let's go get the guy from the Steelers. Then you look at the Pistons. Everybody wanted the same thing. They wanted that blockbuster trade. And again, you got a core that's basically 23 years old that I'll argue against any core in the NBA. Now we're looking at the Tigers. We're looking at the Red Wings. And we're excited about their young players. But at the same point, all these fans are asking, hey, why aren't you making this big move? Why aren't you making this splash play? Was there some sort of a conference that we missed with all of the owners of these teams that said, hey, we're not trying to cash in for one run. We want the rest of the 20s in Detroit to be littered with playoffs with all 4 of our teams. And we want that success to continue into the 30s, next decade. So, D-Mac, you could speak to it, to what Yzerman's doing with the Yzer plan with the Red Wings. We can all obviously look at our frustration with Chris Ilitch right now and not making these big moves to get the Tigers to the World Series. Is there something to it, to these teams saying, hey, we're not cashing in and shortening what could be a 10-year window of greatness for these teams? Is there something to that?
You know what it is? I think it's a salary cap.
No.
I think what you're seeing more so to what you want, and Neil I think would be proud of me right now.
He would
on the bet, because here's the thing: that blow up between Bryce Harper and Rob Manfred. Yeah. The blow up about salary cap coming, stuff like this. Because you have, like, that's how you have to build an organization for duration, is you have to build it from within with the studs. You know, when you're talking about McGonigal, the thing, what you've heard is always Max Clark and always him second. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? There's like 2 guys coming up, and it reminds me, and he's middle infielder, right? Like, I mean, like, I thought you were going to ask me when it was Alan Trammell if you had a shortstop. You know what I mean? Like somebody impactful. But I think it's like they realize you're building that. That just screams to me with the Scooble stuff and with the development, and they know what they have. and they've built, it's leaning more towards that. But I think that's just what you want for duration. Football is different because you have to hit and you have a smaller window. But as we're seeing now, we're getting into the heart of 3-4 years for our key guys and stuff. And this is where we're at with that. With the Pistons, too, you see like the draft, the development, some of the younger guys, you forget these kids are 19, 20 years old, the Ronald Holland Juniors and stuff, and then you still have Ivy coming back and Cade's still young. So I think that I think it's a sort of game plan to go that way, but you need these guys to develop. And I think that that's the one thing is there's development. You look in the Red Wings too. Yes, it's frustrating they haven't made the playoffs. And if you're going to be upset, like we said, maybe some of the older guys, the free agent signings haven't held up their bargain, but look at these young kids. You've developed the Edvardsons, the Caspers, the Siders, the Raymonds, and you have legitimacy that you would take on this team that you could see, eventually winning a championship. So maybe they have talked. Maybe they asked Neil when he comes in next time, maybe they're all together at his bourbon with Steve Yzerman last time. But I think it has to do with the temperature of all the leagues. And I think that the looming thing is like salary cap or what's coming down the road. That's to the Tigers. And I think the Chris Ilitch, and I don't think the availability to put everything all in with the talent that you have, because things are going to change and you're not going to spend the money.
Well, they did make a move, and we got a chance to see that. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break.
Yeah, and let me tell you about Feldman Chevrolet. It's Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got 5 different locations in Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Livonia, and Lansing. Tap in with Feldman Chevrolet. My guy Jay Feldman, great dude. He's been a great partner with us since I've been here, and he's, like I said, he helps out in the community, does a lot of different things for charities and stuff like that. So make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to Big D Energy. Let's jump right in. When we left you, we mentioned that one of the newest Detroit Tigers, well, we got a chance to see him last night, and we are talking about one Chris Paddock. Now, on the surface, this one didn't look that exciting. Guy was, I think it was at like a 4.91 ERA when we brought him in.
Yep.
Now, if you know and you follow fantasy baseball, you might remember that this guy had a hell of a rookie season. 9-7, 3.33 ERA, sub-1 WHIP at .98, 140 innings, 153 Ks, and only 31 walks. This guy was one of the top prospects in baseball, came out and capitalized. Then he dealt with some injuries, been in some bad franchise organizations.
Yeah.
And to me, when I was asked right when this happened how I felt about it, I was all on board. I know the potential of Paddock, and I think it was firmly on display last night. He came out and had a great game, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 5K, and, well, he is now Fetter made, KG.
Yeah, I would say so. And I was trying to, get the fans to just give it a chance. Like, I get it. These moves aren't moves that all of us in the studio would have wanted. Me and Simeon have been speaking about it at length, but he is the type of pitcher that the Tigers like to identify because he limits walks and he is capable of going out there and giving you some innings, man, when his stuff is on. Like we was able to see it the other day. Curveball looked real good. Fastball was working off of that. I think he's going to be good as long as he has somebody like Chris Fetter behind him. Of course, every start won't be like that. I have to preference that, you know, because people get crazy. But every start won't be like this. But if you can get a majority of what we saw the other day when he steps to the mound, I think the Tigers are in a lot better position for sure.
And these moves kind of feel like the moves we've seen from Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes.
Penny pitching, yeah.
Yeah, the stuff that doesn't get you too excited, but guys that fit into the clubhouse and that, well, so far have contributed. Fortunately, and it's not exciting, however, fortunately, the Tigers have made 2 other moves in the last 24 hours. We'll start off with Rafael Montero.
5 ERA.
Yeah, they traded for Rafael Montero, and they just got rid of that Jim Jarvis, which is, you know, nothing.
A career 4A player, basically.
Yeah, and they also traded for Paul Sewald, who again they gave up nothing for him, his cash considerations. And this is what we're looking at right now with Rafael Montero and Paul Sewald. It's 2 guys who have over a 4 and over a 5 ERA in so far this year. Not a lot of innings for Sewald. He is injured right now, so he still has to get back from the injury. Montero's pitched a decent amount of innings, but these are 2 guys that were high leverage pitchers before in their careers.
Yeah, Sewald was a closer at one point.
Yeah, and Montero was with the Astros with A.J. Hinch.
2022.
Okay.
Yeah, but
some familiarity there.
It's old. They're older guys. They're hoping that, again, reclamation projects. You didn't give up much to get them. You just brought them in here because you'd rather have them as options than what you've seen lately.
Isn't it like, don't you see... And this is sort of luxury, and you mentioned the Lions because they sort of do it too. But when you bring into the Tigers or whatever, it's sort of like bringing it to the top mechanic,
seriously,
or
100%.
whatever. Like nobody else can. And I look at where he's come from. So there you say to Montero, there's familiarity with AJ Hinch. So these are conversations that there's guys around. Maybe they were in the wrong situations. Maybe there's a couple little. How many times do we hear or have we seen with our own 2 eyes? Guys used to go down to Toledo, or there'd be a mechanical change, and boom, strike zone. Some of the best ever to do it. Scherzer, was key. So I think that Spenny nailed it. As far as what you had to give to see what you could get in return, yeah, it's not the big splash, but that was never going to be it. It's just if you can get these reclamation projects to get these cars on the road, and they're serving a purpose, right? That's what you need. You need guys to log some innings. You need somebody to step up, no matter who it's going to be, and fill the void where Reese Olson was going to be down the stretch and stuff like this. So it's some sort of consistency. And I think with this team too, it's cool to bring in some older vets. And guys that you can because you can treat them a little differently if they're not doing it. You know what I mean? Sorry, brother.
Hit
great
the road.
Career.
Yeah.
So you're not losing, and it still doesn't. It still gives your guys in the minors and whatever getting their innings. They stay on their whatever game plan it was for the season, and you never know what happens in September. But I think right now is that, you didn't. I mean, you got some vanilla and chocolate ice cream for dessert. You didn't get any toppings, but you got ice cream. You didn't get any cake. You didn't get anything, but you just got a scoop of vanilla and you just got a scoop of chocolate.
I feel like we got like a bowl of milk.
Yeah,
a bowl of milk.
It does feel like that. I don't know if it's that bad.
It could be, Spenny.
Yeah.
It could be, but maybe it's not. On more times than not, and especially what we saw out of our bullpen last year when guys who Bo Briskys and guys whose names we didn't know.
Right.
We just need guys to pitch moments, and I think that's what it is. For situations, having veterans, A.J. Hinch checks off, puts them in the Fetter vault, and hey, if he can't fix them, You know,
Yeah,
then move it on down. But it didn't cost you anything.
He's working
Reverend
overtime.
Jim Jarvis, that's it.
He's definitely working overtime. And just a real quick tidbit to kind of add to your point about, you know, the Tigers maybe being the mechanic of the MLB and we can fix your old pitcher, just bring them to us. I believe I heard this on Locked On Tigers. Shout out to Scott Bentley. He said that when Chris Paddock was asked about, you know, just the differences between where he was before and here now, he did bring up that the Tigers facilities is miles and stretches better than what he was dealing with the Twins. So I think there is some legitimacy to what you're saying. Like, they have a program here, and I think it's word around the MLB that, you know, yeah, if you come into this system, they may be able to work with you and kind of not bring you back to prevalence, but they can work with what you have.
No, imagine this, fellas. Imagine this. If you had the luxuries that you needed with whatever to make you the best, that all you had to go out and concentrate on. So whatever it is, if it was the training facility or somebody who's there to the food, to all the little ancillary things that you don't have to worry about. I mean, right? You live it every day, boys.
Yeah, big fact.
You know what I'm saying? So you live it in your life every day. If it would just be easier, when a professional says that it's just easy and I just concentrate and just can do my job, the job's easy.
Yeah.
It's all the stuff around it to be able to do. And he brings up a great point. And what else did you hear in that, Kenny? Appreciation.
Yeah.
Got out of the, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
like you upgraded. You went from that
Got out the
twink
shit.
from
to a
that
tiger.
one bedroom to the, you know,
Yeah.
the 2-level basement, 2-car
Right.
garage, whatever, like with a yard. A yard?
Yeah,
What's a
right.
yard?
Anytime you
You got a
can-
yard, kid.
Right. I don't even know what to do with it.
Anytime you can transfer from being a Twinkie to a Tiger, it is an upgrade.
Oh, you know
I
that.
just I don't know. I'm extremely underwhelmed with what the Tigers have done, and I don't think they did enough to put themselves over a couple teams in the American League. I think they got jumped by Seattle if Seattle already wasn't ahead of them. It's I don't know if it's just like PTSD or like, yeah, cool, let's trade for injured
Old
reclamation,
people, yeah.
old pitchers.
I get it.
And hopefully Chris Fetter can turn them into high leverage guys or retap what they were. Like, hopefully Chris Paddock goes out there, and the Chris Paddock move I liked before Olsen was done for the year.
Yeah, of course.
Because
Yeah.
you bring in
Yeah.
Chris Paddock when he's there, and he's like, okay, he's your 5th, maybe 4th starter if he's good, and he's just to eat innings. Now you kind of need him to be a top 3 guy in your rotation. So yeah, it's extremely underwhelming. I
I think that's a different question.
Yeah.
Right? Did the Tigers do enough to get over to
No.
win? No. And I think that you're 100% right. You didn't add any bats. You didn't, you know.
Yeah.
What
We'll
you did
see.
is you're
There's
going,
still time.
But to me,
Sure.
you're,
Yeah, what time does it-
you're going
6
on
o'clock.
on like you said, because of what was going on. But it was never, if you got to come down to it, that they were never, these guys, they were never putting any of their prospects, because their game plan, like you said, was this sort of new one.
Yeah.
Down the road, that
But to me, who was really out there? I know Eugenio Suarez gets brought up a lot, but who was really out there to where you'll say, okay, this player is gonna take the Tigers over the hump and make them a legitimate World Series
That's
team?
not my job.
No,
That's Scott Harris's job.
I'm not coming at you,
but that's just, I'm upset with the organization for that. And again, there's still time.
Yeah,
but if
there is
these are
still
the
time.
only moves that the Tigers make at the deadline, it would be extremely disappointing and a waste of an opportunity, because I don't want to be the Orioles. And with Skubal, who is going to take his deal to free agency, and like I've been saying, if the Mets, the Dodgers, or the Yankees want Tarek Skubal, there's nothing you can do about it. So I don't want to just lose him like the Orioles lost Corbin Burns. Rely on all of your young guys. Half of them aren't going to pan out, and you're going to be mid. And that's what's like. I can almost guarantee that the top 5 Tigers prospects aren't all going to be all-stars for the entire time that they're in the
100%.
MLB. So I'm a little worried. I wanted them to make a move. I think Houston's better than you. I think Seattle's better than you, and I think the Yankees are close. So I think you need to do something else.
Well, you guys will get a chance to
And the Blue Jays. Shit, I didn't even
Yeah,
mention that.
Forget about those guys.
Shane Bieber.
You guys will get a chance to be up close and personal with your Detroit Tigers this weekend. Make sure you're here with us for the Woodward Tigers live stream. This weekend it will be Justin and our Woodward Tigers insider Nick Koloff will be in studio this weekend. You get a chance to watch the game with us. So make sure you join us this weekend for that. Before we head to the break, the one thing I remember from us this weekend, spending when you and I were handling the games, every time they brought a reliever in, we just didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah. So even though I'm not terribly excited about Sewald or Montero, we got 2 extra guys, and maybe one of these guys can dial in. Maybe it can push Will Vest out of the 9th inning. Maybe Sewald, when he's healthy, can fill that spot. But I like the fact that we've got 5 or 6 arms that we can dial up in high leverage situations.
Yeah, if we're in a Well, we don't know if we could dial them up in high leverage because one of them's got a 5.5 ERA, the other one's got a 4.7 ERA. I'm not comfortable with those guys in high leverage situations. If Chris Fetter can use his Midas touch to turn their arms to gold, then okay. But I don't want to have to rely on AJ Hinch to be a guy that's going to make the best move every time and put these guys that can only hit one side of the plate out there and they'll always have success when he does it because he's AJ Hinch and that's what he does. I don't want to have to rely on Chris Fetter to bring in these old pitchers that aren't shit anymore and he's going to turn them into something great because he's Chris Fetter and that's what he does. Get these guys good ball players. Get these guys that you don't have to only put them in situations where they can have success. I want complete baseball players on this team, and for a guy or for a team that's trying to win the World Series this year, I don't think that's too much to fucking ask for.
Well, the question is now, what were you really, and not you, but just what were you willing to give up as a team? Because when you look at the market and how it shook out, people are giving up a lot of big name prospects to get relief pitchers.
I would have given up Lorenzo, or I would have rather have given up Lorenzo than Briseño. But if it's, hey, Jose Briseño versus you going to the World Series this year, I'm giving up Jose Briseño. I'm keeping Clark. I'm keeping McGonigal, unless you're trading for fucking Acuna or something like that. But that was never going to happen. But I would have given up one of those guys to get you a piece that would help you win the World Series this year.
Let Spencer cook.
No, go ahead.
Let Spencer cook.
Semi. Yeah, is the mic? Did the mic cut off? I don't know. Yeah, just press and hold it. It's on. It might be dead. Oh yeah, I got you.
Let
go
Spencer
ahead.
cook.
Use the regular mic. Go ahead.
There we go.
Duran, I was saying Duran was Briseño plus. Like they gave up their 4 and 6 prospect for him, so it's not like just him. Like you would have to be comfortable giving up Melton too or something like that.
Like, Tigers have a different plan.
They was a pivot. You know what I mean? You're not, because you were never putting those chips in the pot.
Yeah.
And I understand Spenny's frustration. It's a lot. There's you.
And I'm not saying they should have
No, we all
Clark
do.
No, it's the same
we
thing.
Get it for sure. But
It's also, Anson brought up the question, did all the GMs and everybody get together and is it that gameplay? Well, it's sort of like, is that the gameplay of all the This just sort of leads in on that. So, yeah, unfortunately, Spenny will have to work. We'll have to leave it to them. The magistry of Hinch and Fetter.
We gotta hope that they.
It'd be nice, right? But again, what hurts me is the fact your best player in baseball isn't signed,
and that's the.
So if you're not doing that, then how can I expect you to go out and get somebody else?
If they don't sign Tarek Skubal, if Tarek Skubal goes somewhere else, nuclear meltdown. Like I will break things. I swear to fucking God.
He's for real, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
No, Spenny's for real. Tarek's for real.
Yeah,
you're all for real.
That's the biggest thing because if
Skubal
was signed, we wouldn't be reacting like this. We wouldn't.
But that's still. It looks further and further away from the possibility. The way they're moving.
Oh yeah, big facts.
Well, 6:00 p.m. today is the deadline, so we will see how serious this organization is about getting to the World Series. But we're serious about Gold Crown.
Oh, yeah. Gold Crown extracts, D-Mac.
Absolutely. At Gold Crown, concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. All rise for the reign of royal highs. Only with Gold Crown.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Injuries? Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff like gimmies on the golf course. We like uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's haircuts for men. You walk in, you sign in. Before you know it, you're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Welcome back to Big D Energy on a Thursday. Hey, Super Chat. You guys have already been doing it, but through the rest of this last hour here, your Super Chats are going to get you on a prize wheel for an opportunity to win this 1997-98 team photo that has been autographed and inscribed by the one, the only, Darren McCarty. So get those Super Chats in. We'll be running that wheel after 3:50. But let's get caught up with the Super Chats we do have.
Yeah, first one I see in there is from Mike. He says, what our fans don't understand, our sports teams GMs are setting up for the long term. Success is not hit and miss variety. Be patient.
Telling the Detroit fan to be patient is dangerous work, though.
It looks like Burn. I think that's Burn. Burn's got the Stone Cold guy.
Yeah,
he
shout
says,
out.
I don't think I buy windows in football. Steelers, Packers, and Patriots all 30-ish year windows. Eagles and Chiefs are in a 10-plus year window. Yeah, I mean, if you got a GM that can replace young talent in the draft, you can stretch those windows out in the NFL because you can just keep replacing, like, that's what Howie Roseman does. You see, he revamped the whole Eagles secondary with guys that he drafted. He got rid of Darius Slay. He got rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He brought in Cooper DeJean. He brought in Quinyon Mitchell. Like, when you can draft talent like that, you can just keep kicking the can down the road.
No doubt.
Michael in here again. He says, chat, let's hit the like button to show our respect. Appreciate you on that. Ryan's reaction says, can you rank NFC North wide receiver cores against each other? Ooh,
hey,
we can do that. That's something. We got a lot to do today, but we can get into that tomorrow.
Once you put that, Spenny can put that on his what do you do? The football, the fives.
Nickel package.
One of your lists that you do that he will make that a priority. He'll put a star beside it and he'll figure out how to fit that in because you really. I would say you really want Neil here for that.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll save that
that's
one.
A great,
so
Mike,
he can shit on the Vikings
suggestion.
Oh yeah,
because that'll be good. Did you get the super chat from Chief IT Hit?
Yeah. We got a lot of them in there. I'm going down a wall right now. We got Motor City in there. He says, even the cheap Royals got Cueto and Zobrist in 2015 to get to a top half payroll post deadline. 29 of the last 30 World Series winners had a top half payroll post deadline. So that is something you got to do there. And then Chief in there, shout out. He says, the Tigers front office is sitting on their hands at the deadline. Zero urgency, zero guts. One of the AL's best records and still no moves. It's been 41 fucking years. Do better, Detroit. And then Danger Zone in there says Steve Eisman was the GOAT on the Sega Genesis. So shout out on that.
No cap on that. Man.
But a lot of worried Tigers fans in those super chats.
That's no surprise.
Yeah, and I don't want to say they're greedy Tigers fans.
No,
they're starving Tigers fans.
Yes.
I mean, we've been starving in this city for nearly 2 decades, and everybody just wants a damn winner. The Tigers are number 8, I believe, in terms of value of their owner in the league. And we're not seeing that being put into the team financially. I don't know. We'll see again how serious this organization is over the next 6 hours. Trade deadline's at 6 p.m. But I truly believe that we will have a real gauge of how serious this franchise is this coming off season.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, that's where I feel like Spinney in 2026 off season.
You look at Torkelson, we didn't know if he was a bust.
Yeah.
It looks like he's not.
Yeah.
Colt Keith wasn't the guy that he came out to be in the very beginning. Having a solid year this year. Riley Green has taken that step. You've got a bunch of guys that are coming up now that are young players. You know, obviously we lost Jackson Joe to TJ, but we have a bunch of these guys that if they don't make an appearance this year for this team, we're going to get a big feel for them this year in AA. Might be able to get a chance to see them in spring training next year, but this team has to make the move. Has to make the move. That's right. So patience, baby. You hear it right there, the Laxal Rose. I got to go back to Stevie Eiserman, though. Steve Eiserbart was pretty damn good in that NHL 94, man.
100%.
No doubt about it.
And real quick,
detected.
OK Laser in the Woodward Sports Chat says, we have a winner. Why do y'all want to trade it away? What are you talking about? What does that mean? You're not trading anybody on this team that's helping you win right now. That's not how baseball works. You would trade a prospect to add to the winner. You're not trading away anybody that's helping you win. Come on. Like, reel it in, boys.
Let him cook.
Here's the thing I think is the frustrating part, right? You're at the top of the AL, right?
Yeah.
The Yankees seem, like Spenny said, but the Mariners, the Astros, they're getting better. Like the Sox too, whatever. Did you do enough to maintain that? And that's why, as a fan, you just feel like, oh my gosh, we gotta worry about the magic.
Yeah.
We gotta worry about the magic of Chris Fetter and AJ Hinch in the lineup and putting the pieces in place and doing it all right and making the decisions at the right time and whatever. Not saying that we don't have faith and trust in him, but just give the guy, a little bit of break. With talent like everybody else around the league.
And they technically did what y'all wanted. I know it ain't the names that you wanted, but you got multiple relievers. You got a starter. All I need is a bat at this point, and I will technically be satisfied. I mean, it's still yet to be seen how these players will play out, and I don't think they're done. But they technically went out and got what y'all was clamoring for.
And when you see the price that teams had to pay,
it's just,
it makes you okay with what it makes me okay with what happened, at least.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it's Seattle, fucking San Diego in the World Series,
don't say it. Don't put it out there, man.
It's a little different for me because I've never viewed them as a World Series team this year. Like, even with them getting off to a lead. Like, I always say,
even when they were 25 games over.
Yes, I always said they were ALCS or bust to me. Compared to World Series, I don't think they're there yet. There's still too many holes in this roster for them to be considered a World Series caliber team.
Well, after the last 5 days of trades, I would agree. I'm not sure that they are a World Series
Look
team
at how they got to win ball games. If they were a World Series caliber team, we would not have to win ball games in the manner that we do. And I fully believe that.
I love the mechanic metaphor. They are the best restoration shop in the MLB. If they were a real live restoration shop, they'd be the Jack Frost Auto Museum. But smash that like button. We got a couple more Super Chats we'll get to in the second half of the show. Keep those Super Chats coming in. We'll read them live, and you will get placed on that prize wheel at the end of the show to get a chance to take home this 97-98 Red Wings team photo autographed by the legend himself, Darren McCarty.
D-Mac, tell us about Loom Cannabis.
Absolutely. Enjoy Loom Cannabis's refreshing buzz and favorites like watermelon, cherry, strawberry, or cool off with the 2 new summer flavors, raspberry, lemonade, and peach. Crack a can, take a sip, catch a buzz.
I love it.
Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
Are you ready to be part of the conversation? Join former NFL star Braylon Edwards and the ever-enthusiastic Shep for the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Looking to the back of the end zone, now throws, touchdown, Wolverines! Braylon Edwards again.
Where your opinions matter.
And underneath, Braylon Edwards going for the end zone, reaches for it, and is down at the 1-yard line.
Tune in weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network and share your thoughts on the biggest sports stories. It's your chance to engage with your favorite sports personalities.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Les Stanford, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Make sure you hit them up. They got tons of deals for everybody. Scan the QR code on the screen to get a look at their massive inventory. Hit up my guy Goran. He'll get you in the car of your dreams. And just excellent customer service, man. I'm telling you, this guy hooks me up every time I go in there. He's always in contact with me about different things that I could look out for or looking for my next lease. So if you want to be taken care of, go to Les Stanford.
Welcome back, Big D Energy Hour number 2. You guys have us over 75 likes in that first hour. Keep smashing that like button. You guys get us to 150, and I have a little bit more Red Wing stuff that I will add to this prize package. But, hey, there's only one team in town that everybody's excited for tonight, and that is your Detroit Lions. That's right. This is the Hall of Fame game. Been a while since the Lions were playing this one. This is the first preseason game of them all. So, of course, we will be here in studio, pregame, watch party, post-game. So make sure you stick with Woodward Sports all day. But let's get to these Detroit Lions right now. We talked about the players we're excited to see. We've heard that, ad nauseum for 3 weeks now. Now it's about what do you want to see from this team. We got a new offensive coordinator. We got a new defensive coordinator. Spenny, in terms of how this team functions, what are you looking for most?
Yeah, that is the thing. I think the defense is going to be pretty similar. Of all accounts from everybody on the team, they're saying Calvin Shepard runs a very similar defense to what Aaron Glenn, ran with the Lions. And
makes sense. I'm
cool with that. I like the way our defense played. They attack, they get to the ball. I just expect when Aaron Glenn would send blitzes, it would be the nickel or a cornerback or somebody like that. I expect more linebackers to be blitzed under Calvin Shepard. But I want to see what Johnny Morton does with this offense. The vertical passing game has been a big point of contention in camp. He likes to take shots. He likes explosive plays. So we'll see if there is that in this preseason.
I love that you brought up Johnny Mo. I'm looking here at a super chat from Robert Colosia.
Shout out.
Tired of Ben Johnson hype, looking forward to the meltdown. Now, the narrative around Ben Johnson has flipped in the last couple weeks. You guys know I am not a believer in the catfish Caleb.
Yeah.
And from day one, I felt that this was the wrong pairing. I think that Ben Johnson could go and be super successful with a timing-based quarterback. And that, to me, is not Caleb. Now we're seeing all this stuff in their training camp, him kicking out Luther Burden a couple days ago. And I look at all of this stuff talking about the play calling in the Washington Commanders game. We were running the ball down their throats, one of the worst run defenses that was out there. And I'm looking at the way that Johnny Mo might take this offense, which might be just a little more conservative. You hear Ben Johnson saying, I want a big, sexy play. I want a game-breaking plays all the time. And we're not that desperate team anymore. We're not playing from behind anymore. We have an offensive line and a running attack that can grind teams into the ground. So, to me, D-Mac, I think that our offensive coordinator and what we see out of him over these preseason games is probably the most telltale for how this team is going to go, because we've got some games like the first one, week 1 on the road in Green Bay, where some people are worried about this offensive line. I think that what we see in the preseason from this offense, we're going to see immediately week 1 even better, and that is a control, grind you into the damn dust offense.
Yeah, but how much are you going to see?
Very vanilla.
You better have spies in practice.
Right, the lightest.
You ain't going to see whatever else. Now you got to. Well, I got to think that with what you're hearing, and we're talking about Johnny Morton, and knows what he's got with that rush with Sonic and Knuckles. But I'm interested to see some of the routes and some of the, like, do we see that? Maybe that'll lead you into which way they're leaning, but they know they're smash mouth. I think all that stuff, Anson, is in practice to how, like, because let's be realistic. You lost two hosses, two veterans on that front line.
Sure.
How is it going to look? Is it going to look as dominant? Probably not. But you do have the ability, the talent of your running backs to, make your offense, help your offensive line out. So I don't know, because I don't know how much you're going to see the first teams throughout the exhibition. I would be more inclined to what do you hear coming out of camp. That's when they really throw those things in. Like when they play each other, to me, that's almost, even more important because they go at it. So the ones versus the ones, that's what I'm looking at in practice more than anything in the exhibition game.
KG, do you think there'll be a different tempo to the offense, something that's noticeable? Because even in preseason games, we saw them take some chances. We saw them run trick plays. We saw the Ben Johnson high-octane, big play offense. I'm just curious, if you see something that's slowed down and a little bit more like what the Eagles did last year, instead of trying to be high-flying the whole time, are you excited about that? Does that where are you at with a possible new tempo?
I mean, I don't think the tempo will change much because Johnny Mo has come out in the media and pretty much told you, like, I like to attack. Like, I like to be aggressive. Any chance that I get to get over on the defense, I will attempt to do that. So from what you were saying, do I think it'll be more conservative from just running the ball more standpoint? Absolutely, because, I mean, you got Tashard Choice running backs coaching here. You have Johnny Mo, who is a older school type of, offensive coordinator. And they realize what they have in this backfield and this offensive line, which is still one of the best, although we have some questions to answer. But I don't expect the tempo to change much. I think it'll be very much Ben Johnson-esque, except they will just run the ball more. But I don't expect to see anything in this preseason game.
All right, Spenny, give us some more. What's something that you think we're going to see tonight from the Lions that's going to catch Lions fans off guard? Something that looks different from the Ben Johnson and the AG Lions that we've come to know and love.
Again, I just don't know how much I can put in. Like, it's the Hall of Fame game.
Right.
Like, I don't think they're going to be out there going deep into the playbook.
Yeah, you're holding your cards.
I
sure.
maybe like to see some read options with Hendon Hooker and a running back or something like that, but I can't expect much out of the Hall of Fame game.
Well, we can expect to not see Tyreek Williams or Tate Ratledge, our number 1 and 2 picks.
A little sad about that.
I'm sad about that, but let's keep them healthy, though, right?
Yeah, no, I understand it fully. These are starters. So
we can go to break real quick, and then I've got 2 videos of Dan Campbell talking about it and then Tyreek Williams talking about it, and then we can break down those guys not playing in it if you want.
Sounds good to me, my friend.
All right, awesome. Tell us about Caesars.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, when you guys join us this weekend for the Tigers live stream, we're going to put a Caesars Sportsbook best bet out there for you. And the great thing is if you put $1,000 and you lose, you will get that back. You'd think I'm crazy if I told you that, right? So just scan that QR code above my head or put in Woodward 1000. And again, if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, you heard me correctly, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet, just $20. Download that Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Make sure you use that code Woodward 1000 or just scan that code above my head.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey,
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
I got Dr. Pierce. I don't have Dr. Pierce, but you know Dr. Pierce. He joins us here on Big D Energy every Tuesday and at the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep every Thursday. Top-notch sports injury insider, guy that I trusted for 4 Stanley Cups. You know that. Michigan Sports and Spine is the only place to go. If you're looking for more information, go to michigansportsandspine.com. Call 248-426-9944. By the way, check it out. Monday is Doc Pierce's golf outing at Oak Point. Great track, 36 holes in Brighton. We will all be out there. If you're still wanting to get involved, I'm sure you can. Hit the QR code, get involved today. Check out Dr. Jeff Pierce. He's the real deal.
Dr. Pierce got that secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
Welcome back
for secret sauce.
to Big D Energy. And we're talking Thursday night fights. So I'm just going to hand it over to the king over here.
No, we give it to Spenny. Spenny, what do we got today? Absolutely Thursday fights where we go through and Spenny scours the internet.
Oh, there we go.
To find, what we say, regular people?
Regular
Maybe
people,
they're not
yeah.
regular because they're fighting.
Right.
But just people on the street, and we break down their skills, their technique, what happened, maybe we speculate on why they got into it. So what do we got this week, Spenny?
Yeah, this one I'm kind of excited for. It's actually a pretty good scrum. It looks like 2 guys of the Penne Sewell variety getting into it. A couple island boys, it looks like to me.
Island boys.
And they get after it pretty good here. Let me just do one more thing, and then I'll go ahead and play this one. But I think D-Mac's going to like this because he said he wanted like a pretty good scrap, not just some, drunk asshole getting his ass knocked out. But this is one that I'm excited for. This is one that I think is going to go over well with the governing body and the masses. Again, give me 1 second. I'm putting Anson on this real quick. D-Mac, what are your rules of street fights again, since Anson is not familiar?
No, never wear a hoodie to the bar.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Never wear a hoodie to the bar. That's probably sort of number one. It's better to give than to take.
6th
And
grade, I got my shirt
if
pulled
you
over
can-
my head for the first time.
If you can
man.
find yourself backed into a corner or a wall or whatever so you don't get hit from behind.
Yeah.
And then, it depends how bad it goes, but you best be grabbing something near you.
And D-Mac, you ain't tell them about the lock. There's one specific move. Once you get locked and your arm is extended and you got the pose going, like you can be in some trouble.
Yeah, well, once you grab on, right? Exactly. Like we'll have to see it because I explain it. Some technique. Our boy Nick Tarnaski on the golf course showed you how to lock it in before he bam, bam, bam. Mm-hmm. The guy, but he didn't hurt him because if you want to hurt a guy, you pull him in.
Did you ever take? I mean, I know you're a street brawler who took that onto the ice. Did you ever take
Over
any
200
technique
fights.
classes or anything?
I boxed
like
for
that?
12 years.
You did, okay.
Yeah, every summer, all Irish, shot out. I boxed for 12 years. It was the best workout. And
How'd your fight with Gym Number 1 go?
it was a doozy.
Yeah?
It was a slobber knocker. It's on the internet.
Oh, I'm
Shout out
gonna
Maybe we can pull it up.
Yeah.
we'll have to do that.
Well,
It was
here's
a good
the fight.
slobber knockers. Hey, you
Maybe
know what?
that'll be the
he
next
gave me
Thursday.
he gave me my first tilt at LCA, so I thanked him.
There you go.
Never been in that penalty box.
That's sweet.
All right, let's see what we're working
All right,
with
what do we
here.
got, Spenny? All right.
Okay.
Looks like there's a big dude and a little dude, and whoa, he whacked him, but he got right back up. Resilient. Oh, little dude comes out, big dude
Strong
going left
chin.
side. Big dude. Oh, and the kick.
Damn.
And the whale.
Okay.
I've seen
Okay.
the guy in the white shirt fight before.
Really?
Stands his ground, okay.
Yeah, white shirt kind of tough, but black shirt holding this shit.
Back shirt got popped early,
versus
too.
Puka Nakua.
Right.
Oh! You gotta watch those lefties, boy.
Oh, he got up.
You gotta watch those. Yeah, no, he can take a punch. Oh, God, he get that
His
foot up
chin
high.
is amazing. The Black Hoodie's chin is fucking unreal.
Yeah, it is.
God damn.
Nemo.
Oh my god.
Dude, but how, dude, that is so old school. And the fact mom comes out, says it's over, right? Look at that. Like, there's no whatever like that.
But you send them back up to the
well, no, I mean,
like,
sort of, that was like fighting back in the old days. You made your point.
Hopefully
you got your angst or whatever out. Nobody jumped in.
Yeah.
You know, like, they stood back and
so D-Mac, I would say this is a situation in which Black Hoodie clearly lost, but he gained respect.
Oh, big time.
Well, 100%.
He
100%. He didn't
respect.
really lose. He showed up.
Right.
He showed the hood that you bet this kid's got a chin.
Leah, don't fuck with me.
Spenny, we knew he was in for it when he had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
Take the hoodie off, homie. But the guy in the white, props like you could have grabbed. That was a lot. You can't feed if you're not seeing the left and you haven't seen the left. Trouble. Off his feet, back up.
Right back up.
No,
what do you do if somebody's
Watch this kick though, right here. Oh, and he went for a spinning
roundhouse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was like a double.
Got a fucking karate fight going here.
Yeah, what do you do if someone's throwing kicks like that in a fight, D-Mac?
I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to take you down, and I'm going to break your kneecap.
There you go. And then mom comes in at the end.
Or my favorite move is like you're going to go. One of my initial moves is, you're going to think I'm going to punch you? No, I'm going to take my foot, and I'm going to absolutely dislocate your MCL.
God damn.
We're kicking your knee in. I'm going to
kick
step
the knee,
you.
yep.
You're going to fall, and I'm going to catch you on the way down.
That's an underrated
You're
move.
always thinking it's this, but it's keep it down there. Or step on a guy's foot.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, step on a guy's foot, and he's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all little intricacies. But that was good. Spenny, that was a good, respectful, like they had some.
Because his buddies were like, dude, don't mess with old boy. He's twice your
shirt.
size.
No,
but he left that fight with respect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
And when mom being out there, I think it was a situation in which maybe Black Hoodie was getting messed with a little bit, and she was like, "No, you gonna go fucking defend yourself like a real parent should. Like, no, you gonna go up there, you gonna fight that boy." And that's when she stepped in at the end. Like,
no,
okay,
I think his dad told him that, and then mom found out.
Oh yeah, or that for sure.
I just like that she came out like a boss, and they all knew, like, okay,
fight's over.
That's the way.
Time out.
Ding ding.
That was a good one, Spenny. I feel better about myself after that.
Yeah.
Here, that's a feel good one.
That kid in the white shirt need to be in somebody's gym though.
Rake just sent me one that I'm gonna show you.
See if you can find the Morasti one.
That
or the one with me and
yeah, that's what Rake just sent me. It so
little known fact. Me and the heavyweights did bond a few years ago in downtown Royal Oak. In a scrap.
On the streets of Royal Oak,
on the streets,
that is
on
true.
Main Street.
Hold on, Anson got into a bar scrap?
Oh yeah,
Anson started the whole thing.
Oh,
well, yeah. So no, I didn't start it. The guys started it, but then they started shoving this girl, and then I got loud, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we turned to walk in, and Spenny's ahead of me. I'm right behind him, and then I turn around. I'm like, "Where's Easy?" Well, Easy's engaged with the guys outside on his own. He's got one dude down because he's a judo master.
Right.
And I'm like, Spenny, we got to go.
Yeah.
So we ran out there, and we evened things out pretty damn quick.
Nice. Okay, I didn't know the heavies and Anson had a fucking scrap.
Here is the D-Mac fight with the Shorty guys.
Oh, sweet.
Classic. I love this fight.
Swear it off on the drum.
Gym number one, baby.
Hey,
look at the
gym number one. Gyms are tough.
Look at the
Find
stance
out.
by Mac. All right, got into a little grapple.
There we go.
Oh. Quick right
we
there.
Letting them fly.
We hit each other with a few.
Boys are letting them fly.
I like how you came out respectful with the chain wrestling at first.
Yeah, that's
Then
it.
you just out there.
My man.
I peeped
Absolutely. We had to lock it up.
How about the cameraman right up in it, though?
Oh, yeah. That's an absolute new.
That cameraman is skilled for sure.
All right, I got a question here. Were you guys actually mad at each other, or was this for the fans?
Bro, I'm a wrestler, bro. I don't do that for real anymore.
Yeah.
Right? If I,
It's
I'm not
kayfabe.
even looking at
Right.
right.
Answer.
He's
I'm
keeping
trying.
that kayfabe.
Like I said, that wasn't a fight. That was an audition.
Yeah. Big fact.
Yeah.
That was
Speaking
an
of
audi-
which-
but hey, so he went around and they play and he fought somebody in every city.
Jared Kiesel.
Set
We
the tone.
need a guest star. We need D-Mac in a Letterkenny or Shorzy episode. Jared, make that happen, please.
That would be sweet.
It would.
No doubt about it.
Why not?
No doubt about it. Honestly, I'm watching that show all the time. I'm waiting for D-Mac to come around the corner anyway.
Right.
Damn, that show is so good. Where we at, Spenny?
We can take a break. We'll come back, or Yeah, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and then we got a lot of Lions to talk about heading into this Hall of Fame game. But first, Anson, tell us about Ben Johnson.
Oh, man, listen. No better segue from some fights to the fighter. Listen, you got a crisis, you got to get Ben in your corner. Step one, verify. With the details and photos, make sure you got your bases covered. Number two, engage. Get on the phone with Ben Johnson. Head to venfights.com. Get in touch with your lawyer. Step number three, notify. Hit your insurance provider up and let them know what's happening. And that is how you get justice. You get justice with Ben. Ben Johnson Law. Go over and find him at venfights.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting a game, simply just chilling, or hitting the greens, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They've got over 30 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today. Check out the Darren McCarty brand, available everywhere.
Welcome back, Big D Energy. Couple quick super chats. Christian Lubardias, I have no faith in them because of the injury bug. He's talking about your Lions. And Michael Wary, shout out Michael Wary, the like police. In fact, we need 44 more likes to hit 150, and we will add in some more stuff here to that prize wheel at the end. Shout out Michael Wary. The meltdown has already begun for BJ. It's over. He's talking about, of course, Ben Johnson. But there was a chat in there that you liked, Spenny.
Oh yeah, it's Shad. My guy Shad said Anson and the heavyweights teaming up like Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk in the making of the Cross Guild. So shout out. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'll just say that. One Piece, the GOAT, greatest story ever told. Already about to pass Superman for most comics ever sold.
Really?
In history, yeah.
Nice.
And
No way.
I swear to God.
Fuck Superman.
Superman is at 600 million, I believe, units moved, and One Piece is at 570 million.
Nice.
And Superman started coming out in the 30s.
Yeah.
And One Piece came out in the 90s. So,
Oh, it's that old, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one came out in 1997.
Okay. Well, I got something for you tomorrow, my friend.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that.
Tomorrow.
Hey, speaking of the Bears fans, they attacked us yesterday on that clip. They
Yeah.
was big mad.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are so sad you lost Ben Johnson.
Well, we're about to get
out of here.
We're getting into football right now, so let's talk about Ben Johnson. I saw something that stood out to me during quarterback that I missed the first time around, and that was after the Jared Goff perfect game. Remember, he didn't get a game ball because Dan Campbell didn't realize he had been perfect that game.
All right.
Did you see who the third ball went to? Ben Johnson. And when he got it, did you hear what Ben Johnson said?
No.
It's about fucking time.
Uppity.
I'm telling you, this is a quality control manager.
Uppity.
That got his payday. And he ended up in the worst situation. He went for greed. He thought he had all the pieces. He thought he had the quarterback, the generational quarterback, who isn't even a top 3 quarterback in his draft class. He is the catfish.
Uh-oh.
Catfish Caleb and Osama Ben Johnson, the worst pairing. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody was blowing these guys from their knees last season, in the offseason, thinking they were going to win the damn division. And I hear it again. This team, the Bears, is the worst in the North Division. Book it. Yet again this season.
It does appear that way. I'm not going to lie to you because, I mean, the Vikings, we don't know what's going to happen with them with J.J. McCarthy, but you look at the coach they got, the team they got around him, I think they'll have some success. And the Packers, they were a double-digit win team last year, although we know they're fraudulent. But where does the Bears rank up in that? And I've asked people, like, since you've seen the stuff coming out of their camp, what is the win total for the Bears, like just spitballing? I've seen a lot of 6 wins, 7 wins. I think 8 is generous at this point. Anybody saying 8 wins for the Bears at this point, I think you're just being nice.
Yeah, 7.5 for me. 7.5 for me at this point. I mean, as a former player, you know, I see DJ Moore last year walked off the field on a 4th and goal with no time left while he still had the ball, while Caleb still had the ball. Now we're seeing DJ Moore coming out and saying, I don't like this offense. There's too much going on, things like that. If somebody in camp for the Red Wings was saying, I don't like this offense, let's say when Babcock came in, how does that resonate with the team?
Dude, it goes to culture. This culture. That's acceptable? So that's where it starts.
Yeah.
Where you start and you hear, like, what with good culture is that the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, then you don't hear about it, right? It's contained inside the walls. That's the problem right now. It's all leaking out of Chicago. It's not even through training camp.
Right.
So
we're not making the report.
I mean? So it's not even a question. It's the acceptability of culture.
This is
so
like Bears.
You tell me if is that accepted here in Detroit?
This is like Bears fans acting like we made the fucking reports. This is what is in the national media. This is what the NFL is reporting.
We're hearing, dude.
Right, exactly. But for anybody saying, "Oh, we just sour grapes about Ben Johnson," listen, Ben Johnson wasn't on the fucking field. We still got the same offense once he left.
Sour grapes. Anybody mad that he left?
No. I'm not.
Like super disappointed.
We knew it was
Johnny
coming.
Morton,
yeah, we knew
you got the antithesis. It was like how is it going to be different? But dude, when you got your players and when was it Glasgow said uppity?
Yeah, it was kind of taken out of context though. It was
No,
whoever
but,
put that
but
super clickbait. He was talking about his energy is uppity. So he meant like he's super like high energy all over the place. Not like that it was fucking clickbait by whoever put that out.
But to Anson's comment, to take like that goes along the line that it's sort of like, what about me?
Yeah.
Look at me.
And that could be to his detriment.
It's me. I did it. Instead of what are the best do? No.
I called the greatest defensive play in the history of the NFL. Skinny Patricia.
Now, how many picks did Goff have against the Commanders?
3.
Three
and 2 fumbles.
3 and a fumble.
And realistically, I put that on Ben Johnson. And I know that he made those throws. I know Jared Goff threw those throws. But why were we throwing so much in that game when the running game was more than working? This is one of the basement teams in terms of defending the run. And he's out there not only having Jared Goff throw the ball basically, 50 times, but he's got J-Mo out there running. Listen, keep it simple, stupid. We have I saw you guys segmented in the beginning, or in the morning, which is Sean Belizian. We have a top 2 or 3 offensive grouping, flat out.
Yeah,
no
period.
arguments.
Point
so
blank.
why are you doing all this crazy, desperate stuff?
I don't like doing that because it's not like they did anything out of character. They ran the ball more against the Commanders in the first half than the Eagles did. So it's not like they were playing their offense the way they played their offense all year that got them 15 wins. The only play call that I really hated was the J-Mo patch.
Yeah, clearly.
Even the sack fumble on the
3rd and 1.
The 3rd and 1, the play would have been open. Like, Amon-Ra would have been open there. It would have been a touchdown, but he stumbled, so Goff had to hold the ball, and he fumbled it. And then if he didn't fumble that, if they would have got up, they would have ran the ball on 4th and 2, and they probably would have gotten it. So
true.
I'm not putting Ben Johnson didn't write in the play sheet, hey, throw an interception here.
Right. No, clearly not. But
the
the problem with Ben Johnson is his ability to read the room. Sometimes we would question it. Because like you said, 3rd and 1, if you run the ball there and don't get it, then you pass on 4th down. Like, you got to be able to read the room and read certain situations. And there was plenty of times throughout Ben Johnson's tenure in which we questioned the second half play calling in games. Because, yeah, you would come out and put the foot on neck, but then you would get conservative in the second half, and it's like, why are you doing that, you know? So there was things about Ben Johnson that, not saying, you know, he was a perfect coordinator. Nobody is, but he was damn good, but he made mistakes. He did.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get a read on another guy that we brought up a few times today already, and that's Ahmed Hassanain.
Shout out. The Egyptian.
People are very excited about this guy, and I talked about it in that first hour. I do feel that there's a little bit of undue pressure, expectations, whatever you want to call it, on this kid, because everybody here was salivating for a new edge rusher in that draft. Now, we ended up getting him in the 6th round. He said all the right things. You've seen him do the bench press.
Great story.
You know, it really, it's a great story, in fact, and it seems like the fan base has already embraced this guy, but maybe to the point of expecting too much, Spenny.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think that it's like that with every player every year. There is that level of fan base. It's like, I expect Ahmed Hassanain to go out there and have 6.5 sacks this year. Like,
yeah, it's a bit
pump
much.
the brakes a little bit. 2.5 is, I think that would be a good season. So he is a 6th round guy, but the potential is there. He's got all the makings of the fan favorite and stuff like that. And Dan Campbell talks about him glowingly. Here's what Dan Campbell had to say about him.
Kind of, you don't want to really say slow down all the way, but slowing down a little bit, just kind of being more intentional with what he does out there.
Well, I think you're always coaching the, hey man, don't get to the point where you're so out of control that you're not able to make that transition into doing your job. You know, whether it is upfield or it's a counter or it's. But man, I bring this back again. You would much rather pull back on guys than have to try to prod them and push them. And hey man, quit being so conservative. And so, man, we can coach backwards off of that. You know, love the effort, love his enthusiasm. And he is a sponge, man. He wants to know. He really does. And he tries to take what he's being told, he tries to think about it and take it to the field and grow. And he really is improving.
A Dan Campbell guy. We saw that at the draft when he fielded the phone call when he found out he was a Detroit Lion. You know, again, culture reigns supreme with these brand new Lions. I'll call them that. I'm going to put a number out, 3.5 sacks for the season, over under. Where are you guys at on that? Too much? It's a tough spot. I was going to say 2.5.
That's a great number. I would say under, but not by a lot. He'll probably get 3 exactly.
Okay.
And let me tell you, if he gets 6 sacks this season, let's just say he does. Brad Holmes is a fucking mastermind. Like, he knows what the fuck he's doing, and we already know that. But if you can identify a kid in the 6th round that can come in and make an impact on this defensive line, I think that speaks volumes as to just how smart Brad Holmes really is. But I would say 3.
3.5, Spenny. Where you at?
I'm with KG on that. I would go under a little bit. That's a really good number. I think he'll be right around there.
G-Mac?
Under. But I think he gets a couple.
Yeah.
I think, and I you know, maybe he's a guy with the work ethic, and you have to sort of hold him back a little bit against himself.
Right.
As we'll see as is it's not the athletic and the physicalness and stuff like that. It's his football acumen and how quickly he takes up to, you know, the nuances of the game and stuff like this. So I think he'll be used. You know, they'll use him properly to, you know, put him in a position to succeed. But I got to think if he gets 2 sacks, that's something.
The thing,
right? Because he shouldn't have to play. He should be, you know, playing later on in the season or whatever because of the development stuff. Because our guys ahead
not
of us,
because of injury,
Davenport is healthy.
Yeah, I was
right.
Just
The
gonna
guys
say
ahead
that.
of him are healthy. That's why you give him the opportunity. But I think that with the willingness is that we'll see a quick learner. I think he's a smart kid to begin with. So, look at Coach ain't blowing smoke. It's just something that he realizes he's got a raw piece of clay.
Simeon, 3.5.
There's just too much in front of him for him to, I think, get that much. But
I forget there are half sacks. I probably should have said 3.
3. I mean, yeah.
No, 3.5 is way.
3.5 is still a good number.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a couple. There's just too many guys, I think.
Okay.
But if he's on the other side of Hutch, and we all know who's on that other side, Marcus Davenport. So if it were another situation in which he gets hurt,
say it.
Extended playing time for Hassanin, if he makes an impression, you never know. You never know.
Well, I'll tell you what, the chat has made an impression so far today. You guys are absolutely crushing it. 22 likes away from 150 for the show.
Shout out.
Add in some more Red Wing stuff once you hit that. Make sure you get your super chats in. You got until about, call it 12:55 to get on that prize wheel. Take home this 97-98 Red Wings team photo autographed by none other than Darren McCarty. But
D-Mac, did you have anybody in or who was that guy for the Red Wings that was always you had to pull him back? He was going too hard at practice. I know you've said that yourselves and Steve Eisman were terrible practice guys, but who was the guy that you had to pull back at practice and stuff like that?
Fuck Draper. Dude. I mean, seriously. Fucking million miles an hour. Just fucking, go with it. Always trying to impress. Look at me. Dude. So, I love playing with Stevie in practice because I wasn't the worst.
Right.
It was pretty ugly, though, but between him and I. But, no, I mean, Drapes just doesn't know how to turn it off. A lot of guys. Yuri Fisher's the same way.
Yeah. Guys, we got some breaking news.
Yeah, the Tigers have made a trade.
Yep. Kyle Finnegan has been acquired from the Nationals. He is their closer, a guy that I've owned on my Dynasty team. This is the Detroit Tigers' new closer. That's the best name, in my opinion, that we have acquired ahead of the deadline here.
I'm rocking.
That allows them to use Vest and Holton and Canely, as well as these new pieces that they've got in a mix and match, Fetter-made, A.J. Hinch style of pitching chaos that we saw get us into the playoffs last year. And I think that this move on the back of these other moves that we've seen today with Montero,
it looks
Sewell,
a little better.
Dobnik, I will be comfortable in saying that this team will win the AL Central now.
Yeah.
They're always winning the AL.
Yeah, the Central is wrapped up. Shout out Neil. The Central is over. It's done.
I don't like jinxing teams, man.
That's fair.
I'll go on a list.
ALCS, but go back to the first what you said. You're familiar with this guy because he's on your fantasy team. And there's nothing greater, right, than somebody give their true opinion than you've had a guy on your fantasy roster. Is that not true?
Well, we had him for 3 years, so
That's
very
what I'd say.
Yeah.
So is he reliable?
He's steady. Very steady. Not an overpowering guy. He's not a top 12 closer. But he's in that 13 to 18 closer realm, which, you're talking about a guy that's not going to be a committee guy, a guy that has the job and they're going to give him 2 or 3 blown saves before they pull it away from him.
Yeah.
Kyle Finnegan is your Detroit Tigers 2025 playoff closer.
Yep, former All-Star too.
Do you trust him as an owner, having him in fantasy? Do you trust him in high leverage situations?
Certainly. It's not like going and getting Class A, who obviously isn't
no one's
on the table anymore.
Clearly, but
honestly, when I look at Aroldis, a guy that everybody would have loved to have had, you're going to have to pay more for Aroldis, and I think he's only given up 5 or 6 home runs on the season. But when Aroldis melts down, he melts down bad, and there's a reason he's not their full-time closer. They got Slayton over there, who's also a fantastic young high-leverage guy, but hey, for the cost, we still haven't seen it. I'm sure Simeon will come up with what the trade is at some point before the end of the show. But Finnegan, to me, for what's out there, for what the prices we've seen, Tigers probably didn't have to give up much, and they have a legitimate number or inning 9 closer now going forward.
It's probably the biggest name you done acquired so far as well.
I think.
My bad, Spin.
I think Will Vest is still the closer.
You do.
He has been balling.
Will Vest has
he's been balling.
A better ERA, a better whip. He's got more strikeouts, only 1 more walk in 10 more innings pitched. I think this is a fine arm to add to the back end of your bullpen.
Yeah.
He had a great year last year.
Yeah.
He's been
hit or miss
this year, but still like a solid piece for the back end of your bullpen. Nothing that you would give up too much for. So do we know what we gave
don't
up
know the
for him?
details
But
yet.
Nothing
I'm
yet,
sure it's
no.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I still think I would be more comfortable with Will Vest as your guy.
He's been
Well,
balling.
Finnegan is a guy that if Tommy Canley's still shit in the bed, he'll be a better setup guy.
And I'm okay with everything that you said. If this guy's our 8th inning guy or the guy for matchups in the 7th or 8th inning, I'm fine with that. But if Vest stumbles and he ends up being your inning 9 guy, your closer, I'm totally okay with that. Give the pitching minds of the Tigers more weapons, and that's what we've seen them do.
No, and they're opting to go with experience, so you got to give them credit. And I like the strategy that they are attacking this by volume. Like, they went out and got a lot of arms. Like, we all said, oh, they need at least 2 arms to be able to compete. Well, they went out and got like 5, and hopefully at least 2 of these guys are really solidified and can work for this team going forward. But I like the move, man. It's, like I said, probably the biggest name that you have acquired so far at this deadline. And at this point, I just want a bat. Like, if you get a bat, I'm satisfied. I really am.
And they said, KG, their goal is to shore up the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah.
They've done exactly what they said they're going to do.
They've
so if, like, they did what they said they're going to do, you can't get upset about that. And there's no more Dietrich Ents. There's no more. There's no more playing around with. Oh, let's call up a guy from AAA or sign a guy who got DFA. There's no more of that. These are your guys.
D-Mac, the energy's changed. Our first hour, we're like, they haven't done it. You know, maybe we still got some time before 6 o'clock. Seems like the energy's changed just like that.
Well, it's because you went and got a legit person that you needed, and we all wanted. Spenny, you feel better now that.
Not really.
Yeah, I was saying
Spenny didn't like that.
Spenny ain't on that.
That's why I went to D-Mac with that one.
Spenny don't fit. Then there's the crowd that hasn't done enough. Like
it's a fine piece, but again, going to take a little reworking from Fetter. But he is more solidified than the other 2 guys. But
Yeah.
But does this give you does anybody feel like Scott Harris isn't trying?
He's trying.
Or is he not? Like, you got to understand, do we not all think he's under parameters?
Yes.
Like, he's got guidelines.
Clearly.
So what he's getting done under these parameters to bring it in, I got to give my hat off to him because, you know, if you can only pick out of this bin, right?
Yeah.
And then you got but you don't get all the nice stuff.
And
you got to get the stuff that you got to put back together. That's all you were working with to begin with.
This, for me, this trade is you brought him in, and it's between him or Tommy Canley, who's going to be Will Vest setup guy.
Right.
It's you got one of these guys has to get their shit together for the rest of the year, and then you'll have your setup guy. Or if one of them is going bad and the other one's going good, you could switch them around.
You got
both of them are guys that have done it before, but they both are struggling a little bit this year, and they need to get their shit together.
But what if they're
agree
both
that you
on?
got Canley, Vest, and this guy.
Yeah, Kyle Finnegan.
100. Whatever that combination is out of the 8, and I think it's more of what this team has been of late last year and whatever is by committee.
Yeah.
So however that is, who cares? Just get the out.
And the other 2 guys you got, one of them, like I said, one of them injured, the other one 5.7 ERA. Those are both fucking just.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes in.
I mean, but look at what 2 guys that they brought in have already shown some promise. Like, I understand Luke Jackson, not a world beater, but his second outing did look better than the first one. And, of course, Paddock yesterday. So, hopefully we can keep this going. I just really trust our pitching staff. Like, the Chris Fetter and the guys that work with these pitchers, I really have a belief that they can at least pull something out of these gentlemen that they brought in.
I think we got some details
from John Heyman. 2 A-ball pitching prospects going to DC. No names yet, but
yeah,
A-ball.
Couple nobodies.
2 Whitecaps.
He's moving. He ain't giving up much.
They're giving up their babies for guys that have done it before, and they're hoping they can fix. So like,
I'm just saying, give it a chance.
You
was never gonna get the big name.
You just got 5 guys. Hopefully, one of them can turn into somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 of them.
Maybe 2.
Because you might be in a situation where Kyle Finnegan and Will Vest are operating at a pretty good level, and then you can interchange as need be.
Sure.
We all know AJ likes to play the matchup.
We're up against a break, but I do want to just comment on something that D-Mac said. There's clearly some handcuffs from ownership, but here we are. How long are we into Chris Harris's into his stint at
3
this point?
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
We're the 3rd best record but 1 or 2 games behind the best record in MLB, and we have the best prospect farm system in the MLB. So let's have some faith in these guys. Let's have a little bit of faith.
You think they done?
No, I don't. I think there's a bat coming still.
I hope. That's the only thing missing now.
Yep. Well, let's talk about what we got going on in the mornings there, Spenny.
Yeah. Tell us about the Sean Belize show.
Hey, you guys have been joining us for the last 2 weeks to start your morning. Grab that coffee and begin your day with a pair of legends. Sean Belize in the morning with our guy Maz. We're pumped to announce it. It started back on the 21st, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're just finishing week 2 of it. Again, 2 legends. Unfiltered sports talk, bold takes, big laughs. You can expect the breaking news to start your day, guest interviews, interactive segments on the wall, and of course, that classic fire that only these 2 guys bring. So once again, grab your coffee, get your, your waffle sandwich there, Darren? And then the Real Detroit Sports Talk Radio, only on Woodward Sports Network. Sean Belize in the morning with Maz.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Are you scrubbing it up in old Detroit sports apparel? Is your closet beat? Well, it's a new era in sports wearables. New designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. We got it at Woodward Sports in our shop. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. We got hoodies, tees, and the hats that are guaranteed to turn heads. Boo them kids!
Goddamn right.
Get the latest designs. Head on over to woodwardsports.com and click on the shop. All right, guys, welcome back. I see 152 likes in the chat. We appreciate you guys. I got some more Red Wing stuff that we are going to add in here. Get your super chats in. You got about 5 minutes to get those in. And then, of course, we're going to run that wheel in the final segment. Send some of this stuff home to you, including this 97-98 Red Wings Stanley Cup team photo signed by none other than himself, Mr. D. Mac. And we got some more fun stuff to get through. We did some fights, and it's time to get to some wrestling.
Ooh. Well, you know, I appreciate that, guys, for everybody to appease, give us a couple minutes here, because we got WWE SummerSlam this weekend, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Now, first and foremost, we're not going to go through it and everything like that. Is there a 2-day event, Saturday, Sunday? Is there one match on this card that you're looking forward to more than the next?
Well, I mean, of course, you want to see how Cena and Cody 2 is going to play out, because WrestleMania was a shit show, if you ask me. Like, very, very poor match that they put on. But one sleeper, I would say, is Solo versus Jacob Fatu in the steel cage for the U.S. title, man. I love that story right now. Jacob Fatu he can do no wrong right now. And Solo, I love that they're finally giving him some credible wins. He looks good as U.S. champion. I'm interested to see what that match is going to be.
Absolutely. I'm also interested in the Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross.
My dog.
As far as are they going to turn, because Karrion Kross, who sort of he's the Chelsea Green of the WWE male side, has sort of been shunned away, but he's made himself effective now with this Is he going to get Sammy to turn heel?
Right, killer
and
cross.
stuff like that. So those are good. Obviously, Gunther and CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
I almost
forgot about that one.
Wouldn't be surprised if that let off Saturday night. Anybody interested, we will be over watching at the DraftKings over Somerset Mall. It was a big we lost a guy in the wrestling community. His name was Ken Brass.
Rest in peace.
Great dude. Unexpectedly we lost, so we got a lot of giveaways and stuff, but everybody, if you're looking for a place to watch, come out there. So it should be a great event. You know, one of the things, Kenny, I want to just touch on, if you're into wrestling or not into wrestling, because this was a topic of conversation that I had last night. It's the fact that the WWE Unreal on Netflix, which is sort of behind the scenes. I had a lot of women, a lot of wives of husbands that I was talking to who are wrestling fans that aren't into wrestling, but they enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes and the personalities and stuff like that. So if you're planning on watching SummerSlam, if you're a big fan, if you haven't been or whatever, if you have Netflix, check out the WWE Unreal. You'll get a little more of a feel. I liked a little bit of the behind the scenes sort of stuff, and we'll see.
So I haven't seen it yet. You know, we was discussing, do you think it's a work or not?
What?
Is they working this? Because I haven't seen none of the other episodes.
I think you see the authenticity of why things work out, and you get to see the different relationships. Like the biggest thing, right, because you're coming from, and all of us who've grown up from the Vince era to the Hunter era, and you can still see, you know, you got Bruce Pritchard still in there, who's sort of like a Vince crony, and you can see how the talent's more comfortable with Triple H than they are sort of with Bruce.
Of course.
You have Michael Hayes, and I think the biggest thing for me was seeing how much the production and the agents, how it all goes into planning out the match and seeing it to come to fruition. So if you're a wrestling fan on the intricacies behind the scenes, you know, they got to be working you on something. Like it's narrative driven, so what they want, but I think they're being as transparent
as they can be.
Because, so I live in that world behind the scenes,
of
right?
course,
like, where I got one eye on the match and one eye behind the scene, where I don't know everything. Like they break down how they held the turn a secret, right? If we're talking about the Cena turn and stuff like that, like how they held that the biggest secret to nobody.
Yeah.
Like Michael PFA says, 9 out of 10 people who are usually in the know were not in the know, and it blew everybody away. So when you see that authenticity, it comes through. I think the biggest, you know, not only do you see the shine of Jey Uso and like Chelsea Green and stuff like this, but I think that Charlotte Flair, put her, I think
they are resurrecting her.
More humanity comes to Charlotte as a human. Rhea Ripley, phenomenal star. They cover her. It's awesome and stuff like that. So Bianca Belair, the same thing. So I think it's great for what they're doing, and I'm happy that they did it. So SummerSlam should be great.
D-Mac, I agree with you. Your girl Charlotte, they are giving her the reclamation project as well. I didn't think it was gonna work. I'm not gonna lie, but it's starting to work. It is.
And low key, you know, when you see like so I would consider, didn't know this. Like I didn't think Charlotte had any friends, but you know they're all sort of friends. And her and Alexis Bliss are tagging now, and they're actually really close. So I think that'll. And with the Judgment Day and all the different
I love
things.
Roxanne in the Judgment Day.
Oh, Roxy,
they cooking.
She's
her
one
and Raquel
of the,
cooking.
I would say she's probably the breakout female star.
Oh, easily.
Right? I thought Jordan Grace would be that, but it's Roxy.
Yeah.
And she does it.
She's the man.
So, well, let's sneak in a little break here before the final segment.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let me tell you about Mad Packs, because you can get Mad Packs at any retailer near you. Just go to getmadpacks.com to find it. It is just great elite stuff. They got a ton of different products for you to choose from, whether it's the high-low pre-rolls, the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the THC Blizzard Pack infused Moon Rocks, or they just got regular flower too. They got a cherry runch that's really good. A lot of different strains for you to choose from. So go to getmadpacks.com to find a store near you that is carrying the best product in the game.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House at Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest with the top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the wellness doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Welcome back. Final segment here. Big D Energy, guys. You guys absolutely crushing the chat with the likes. Got a few more minutes to smash that like button. You just got another moment or two if you want to get an opportunity to get on that prize wheel to get this signed autograph here. Hey, we've got a big game tonight. It's not that important.
A big game tonight.
But it's big because it's the start of a year for a Super Bowl possibly bound Lions team. We got a great lineup for you tonight. Obviously, from 2 to 4, we got the Braylon Edwards show with Shep. Then the heavyweights will take things over at 5 o'clock. Pre-game show with Sean Belesian and Justin. Then we'll be having the watch party. A bunch of us will be in here. The heavyweights will be handling that. And then, of course, KG and I will be doing the post-game show. So stick with Woodward all day long. Where are you guys at on this? Does it matter who wins? No. I mean, of course it doesn't, but... are you excited?
The fan base will come in here and have a fucking baby if you let my man come in here and beat you, though. Trey, whatever. I forgot his name.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Oh, Trey Lance.
Trey
yeah.
Lance.
Well, I mean, there's a guy named Jim Harbaugh, so maybe the corn and blue faithful won't be that upset.
Here you go with your shit answer. You go every episode.
Hey, I got Braylon to say it 3 times now.
Oh, my God. What the hell? Hey, and DJ Instinct, get the fuck out there. Just plain and simple. But, yeah, continue.
Hey, I mean, you guys tell me, man. I mean,
we love to hate, too.
Preseason game. I mean, do you know anybody going down to Ohio for this thing, to Canton to watch it?
Shout out my guy, It's Too Easy, not to be confused with Our Easy. But, yeah,
It's Too Easy.
It's Too Easy. He's a content creator. He's a friend of the show, friend of the network. He's down there with his girl, and they're going to do a vlog for it, I'm pretty sure. They're staying in, like, a mansion. Shit's
Very
fucking
cool.
sweet.
A little Airbnb mansion?
Yeah, it's like a castle, like an old castle.
Sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so have you ever been to the Hall of Fame down there in Canton?
No, I've
Any
never
of you guys?
been to the Hall of Fame.
D-Mac, you been to the NFL Hall of Fame?
No, sir.
You been to the NHL Hall of Fame in the mall?
It's in a mall.
Yeah,
Is it in a
It's
mall?
in a mall.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
Yeah.
What mall? Mall of America? Like Minnesota?
Haven't been in a
The
while.
Ball of Toronto.
Oh,
I don't know what it's
hell
called.
out
but-
of here.
So we when I graduated 8th grade, my dad took myself and my little cousin, Derek, and we drove to all 4 of the ones. And Canton is amazing. Canton's amazing.
Yeah.
Cooperstown, you have to go one time in your life.
Yeah, I
even
want
if
to,
you're not a
for
huge
sure.
baseball fan, it's literally like you're going back into the 50s.
Yep.
It's like ice cream shop, baseball card shop, Doubleday Field. It is really, really a cool little town.
Can
And
smell the racism. No, I'm
that's cotton candy, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's
You're right.
cotton candy.
No, I'm just
But
talking shit.
yeah, and then the Springfield, Massachusetts, where they got the Basketball Hall of Fame. Obviously, I love that one. That one's more interactive and hands-on than any of the other ones.
Okay.
But yeah, the NHL Hall of Fame is in a mall, and honestly, like the NHL is old. There's some crazy history to the NHL. And the stuff that you get to see there is very, very cool, but there is just not enough room for everything that should be in an NHL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Would you second that, D-Mac?
Yeah.
It's pretty small.
But it's got a lot of stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So today's your Friday, though, right?
Yeah.
What do you got going this weekend? You
Well,
smashing some little white
anybody's
balls?
around Sunday at noon down at Old Tiger Stadium, the Powell Baseball Park, the police and firefighters are having their softball game.
Nice.
Honorary first pitch or captain or something
What position
like
will you be?
No, I'm coaching.
Oh,
Or
Yeah,
watching.
the skipper.
I'll be down there supporting.
Yeah,
Shout
you're
out
the skip.
Abe.
So anybody down there, pop on in.
Shout out biggest of Joe's. He's going to be down there in Ohio cheering on our Detroit Lions. Well, hey, listen, it's 12:59. We're just about here at the end of the show. Make sure that you stick around 2 to 4. Get a chance to catch up with Michigan great Braylon Edwards and broadcasting legend Matt Shepard. And, of course, our very own heavyweights, the most organic sports talk radio show in the country.
Period.
Spenny and Easy will be taking things over at 5. And then the full slate of Detroit Lions fun this evening. Pre-game, watch party, post-game. Make sure you're here with us. On behalf of the squad, KG, Spenny, and Simeon, and, of course, the legend D-Mac. I'm Anson Wells. We appreciate you. See you tomorrow.